Well, welcome back to another museum tour. It's my pleasure to once again to welcome you into the New Zealand Rugby League Museum, and I thought this time around we'd have a look at our honours board, and of course those are the names of the players, both Kiwis and Kiwi Ferns, who have worn the black and white of New Zealand and of course are so instrumental in what this place is all about. And we have a look over here, and of course we start right up the top with Albert Henry Baskerville. He was Kiwi number 1. Only one test, unfortunately, because on the way back from England when he played that test he passed away in Queensland. And then number 2 we've got Con Byrne, and he ended up playing 6 tests. So Con was an integral part of establishing the game of rugby league in New Zealand. And then if we go all the way down to the golden years of rugby league, right up here in 401, Jack Fagan, the great Jack Fagan, the fullback for Ponsonby, who are having a resurgence at the moment in the local Fox Memorial. And of course 17 tests for Jack, and 402 right next to him, Roger Bailey. Who can ever forget Roger Bailey and the magic that he spun out for the Ponsonby Pony as well. And Roger played 29 tests. And of course the great Kenny Sterling, 489. We can bring that down here, Craig, and come right down. There he is right there, and of course he's now part of the New Zealand Rugby League Museum board. So Kenny, one of the greats of the game, and I can remember so many of those games at Carlaw Park where Kenny was instrumental in bringing home the bacon for the Kiwis. More recent time, the Kiwi number 665, and we have a look up here, the 665, where are we? 665, right down here, Stacey Jones, and of course he is now the current Kiwis coach and also the assistant coach for the Warriors. The little general, one of our best, 46 tests he played, and who can forget the great Ruben Wiki, 655. He holds the record for the most tests played for New Zealand, that is 55. Great ambassador for the game of rugby league, and now of course his daughter has made the Kiwi Ferns. The captain of the 2008 Rugby League World Cup with 32 tests, number 673, Nathan Kalis, and his claim to fame obviously is to be holding up the World Cup for the first time for New Zealand, of course, in 2008. And we all come all the way back down here, and this last year in the Pacific Cup, 7 new Kiwis to the honours board, so welcome to the family. And if we have a look down here, Keno Keeney, of course, from the Titans, great rugby league stock there, William Warbrick, Phoenix Crossland, Jordan Rickey, Casey McLean, and Aaron Clark, who was playing some wonderful football for the One New Zealand Warriors. And then if we come up just around the corner, very special place here, and it's just a beautiful honours board, and we go right back to 30 years ago, and actually this is the 30th year of the Kiwi Ferns, back in 1995 when they played their first test. Juanita Hall was the inaugural captain, 30 plus tests that she ended up playing. And if we just drop down to Nadine Conlon in number 6, she had 30 plus tests as well. And number 8, Michelle Driscoll, another 30 plus tests. And we cannot forget, of course, Louisa Aviaki, who is a number 4 there, and she had 30 plus tests as well. And I think all 4 of those won the World Cup 4 times, or was it 3 times? We'll say 4. It sounds a lot better. And both Nadine and Louisa are still heavily involved with the game today. Nadine, of course, is the Kiwis manager, a position that she's held for the past 10 years and does a wonderful job. And Louisa is in charge of Women's Rugby League for New Zealand League. And not to mention too, of course, that Nadine's over at the Warriors now looking after the NRLW over there. And we come all the way down to the bottom here. There was 4 new Kiwi Ferns made their debuts in 2024. Gail Broughton, Alexis Taonea, Mackenzie Wiki, the daughter of the great Ruben Wiki, which we mentioned before, and Brooke Taliatina. They are now part of the New Zealand Rugby League Museum history. So welcome to the family. Well, once again, thank you so much for popping into the museum. All of these players here have got stories to be told. Pop in, wander around, find them hanging on the wall, or their team photos, or read a bit about them. Thanks very much. Look forward to having you at the New Zealand Rugby League Museum.